Welcome to the Presidential Suite. It's your boy, KW.Presi, the man with the plan, the one and the only, the man, the myth, the legend. All right, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. I know you hear the reverb. I'm an artist. So the way I made it work for me to be able to do this, it is through Logic. So shout out to Logic, but I really don't care. It sets me apart anyways. So I wanted to do this thing where I go through all my old music. I have a lot of music from throughout the years that I have tucked in that I don't play at all. Like, I sent to a few people, but it didn't really, I didn't really care about putting it out. Like, I wanted people to hear it, but I was scared to put it out because, like, I'm just self-conscious, okay? So on this new project that I've been working on for a while, it may or may not be out when this video drops, but that doesn't matter. It may or may not be out when this video drops. I want to, not like a sneak peek, but pretty much just explain how I was feeling and stuff, like the thought process behind it. For you to get to know me as an artist, I feel like there has to be a certain type of level of understanding to where I'm coming from. So this is what I'm doing to do that. I have this song in mind that I wanted to do, and I wanted to start out with, because this was pretty much the beginning of a long journey. Like, yeah, I was making music and stuff, but putting emotion into my music, this is where that started from. Becoming the person that I am now, this is where it came from. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest artist, but as an upcoming artist, you're always in your top 3, and you not 3. And that's how I feel. Like, I'm definitely up there. So I just want to explain myself, pretty much. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. So with this song right here, Tombstone, this is like the most unofficial, official shit I could have done. The most professional way I could do it. Like, I know what I'm doing, but I don't want to sit here and tell everyone, like, yeah, come to me for advice. Because honestly, I'm learning as I go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the best. I'm not that person. With Tombstone, this was a very crucial part of my life. I'm not going to get super personal about it, but I'm going to pretty much just explain what was going on. So with this song, I was 17, 18, right? I had just got my car and stuff from my father and his now wife, but at the time it was his girlfriend. Yeah, I got a car. I was doing my thing. I just got my license. Everything was really moving fast for me. Like, I really didn't have a break from, I don't want to say success because that sounds like cocky, but like, it was a lot of good things going on around that time. Yeah, I got my car, I was working, but I wasn't working a 9 to 5. I was doing landscaping, and I was like, not slave work, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crucial on the body and on the mental, and I was pretty much taking care of my sibling. And like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I was taking care of him like the best. Like, I wasn't paying bills and nothing. I was just doing the crucial emotional part, like, cause I was 17, 18, so that means my brother was around 16, 17, or not 16, 17, around 15, 16, 17, around there. My sister, she was in crucial times of her life. And my little sister, she was still, growing. My little brother, he was still growing. So it was crucial times where they needed somebody to be an emotional person. When that happened, one day I brought it, like, I was talking very loudly in a room, and the person at the time that was taking care of us called me downstairs and pretty much snapped on me. And then I brought to their attention that I was doing the heavy lifting when it came to being like a figure and a role model, because they didn't want to be like that person. So they needed somebody to look up to. They, like my siblings, they needed somebody to look up to as a role model, as that person. So I was that person, and I brought it to the person that called me down, to their attention, and yeah, shit went to hell. So I kind of felt some type of way, And long story short, I got kicked out of that house and had to move in with my mom. And it was very emotional because that person I thought I had a good connection with, but it ended up going to shit once I, became that person, that done daughter, So yeah, there's that. So I'm going to do a bar deconstruction. I didn't make this beat. This is obviously a remix from Rod Wave. At the time, I just started getting into Rod Wave. So when I heard this, I was like, yo, he can sing. I'm trying to start singing and stuff. Auto-tune very heavy, of course, but that's my thing. That's where I was at in the thought process of when I picked the beat.
I see all the fake and all the fraud talk. I know you loving my page cause you were not off. I wasn't posted on my block, you know I'm from the trenches. My mama gave me hand-me-downs with all the hugs and kisses.
Okay, so first off, boom, just off rip, I pretty much was saying like the way I grew up. I was living in the trenches, but I wasn't posted on the block. One, I was way too young, but two, that's not where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be on the block. I didn't want to be posted up, you know, doing those type of things, right? But then as I got older, that's where it ended up going. So I was really just explaining like that's not where I wanted to end up. That's not how I wanted to be. And then my mom, she used to always have clothes like that were like either too big or too small. And at the time, like me and my mom were like the same like size because like I was a growing boy. So I wasn't wearing like tight clothes, but she had like sweatpants and stuff that I would wear, big shirts that I would wear, or just like hand-me-downs from somebody that didn't want to have them clothes anymore. And my little brother's stuff, my older brother's stuff, like I never had clothes that were mine. You know what I'm saying? I was always wearing somebody else's clothing. So that's where that was. When I was younger, that's what it was.
Yeah, that nigga dead to me. Call police like I commit a felony. Whole time I was trying to show you honesty. Trying to show you what I got, show you my qualities. And you laughing in my face like I'm a comedy. And I do it on my own like it don't bother me. And I'm stepping my own pace like you ain't father me. And I'm staring up at God cause I gotta be. His strongest soldier told my mom that she gotta see. I'm trying to put my little sister in that prodigy. I'm working way too hard for you to oversee. Feelings everywhere like there isn't no gravity. Finna write this on your tombstone.
That whole situation where I got kicked out, that person called the police on me and was pretty much saying that I was stealing from him because I was moving out. And the studio that I had at the time that I recorded this on, he gave to me. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna just take it, right? Like, this is all I got. I really don't have much. Like, I got hand-me-down clothes that were in bins already from us moving and stuff like that. It was just a bad situation. And that was the only thing that I had that was I could, you know, take as mine. Like, I didn't have a TV. I didn't have a game system. I didn't have none of that. I just had my computer that I did music on. And I was making music every day, whether it was making beats or whether it was recording songs. This was one of the first times I actually took a beat that wasn't mine, that I actually made, and turned it into something. You know what I'm saying? So
whole time I was trying to show you honesty. Trying to show you what I got, show you my qualities. And you laughing in my face like I'm a comedy.
That part was, I was honest. I was just being honest with him. At that point, like, I was tired of sugarcoating stuff. Like, there wasn't a better way of saying it neither, because I wasn't even yelling or nothing. I was just explaining to him like, yo, I'm the one. I'm the one they look up to. I'm the role model. And then when I said I'm a role model, he laughed at me in my face, like cackled, like hyenas. You know, like cackled at me. And that just broke me. Like, I was just like, yo, he obviously doesn't see what I see. It just broke me. So then that pretty much I just snapped. And then everything went bad.
And I do it on my own like it don't bother me. And I'm stepping my own pace like you ain't father me.
So I was doing my own thing. You know, like, there was certain things that person taught me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was taught, like, open the door for females, regardless, whether they're your person or if they're your sister. You know, just open the door for that female. You know what I'm saying? Like, little stuff that, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they do matter, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't teach me how to tie. He didn't teach me how to tie my shoes. He didn't teach me how to shave my face. He didn't teach me about emotions and being emotionally stable. He didn't teach me, like, things that matter in life. You know, things that are actually going to affect what you do in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what that was. You know, you need guidance, father figures. And I had a man in my life, but it wasn't the man. I like, my father, yeah, like, but even he fucked up a little bit. So I just had to figure a lot of things out on my own, and that kind of messes with my head to this day.
And I'm staring up at God cause I gotta be. His strongest soldier told my mom that she gotta see. I'm trying to put my little sister in that prodigy. I'm working way too hard for you to oversee.
So in this specific part, I actually started crying because I actually said what I was thinking, and I started bawling my eyes out at that moment. Like, I'm working way too hard for you to oversee. And even to this day, like, I stand on that. Like, I'm working way too hard for everybody to oversee it, but they always will. They'll always oversee it because that's just in their nature. They don't really care about what you got going on. They can't care. Even if they did, it's not real care. It's just like, I feel for you, bro. It's not like, damn, bro, like, let me help you out. Everybody's trying to figure it out on their own. That's another thing that, like, had me break down at that time. And, like, I can go along with it. Like, you know, now I'm not gonna, cry. I could if I get to that point where, like, I feel like everything's being overseen or, like, being looked over and not acknowledged. But my family right now, they do a good job at telling me that I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter if it's my sister, my brother, my dad, my mom, they always tell me that I'm on the right track. Later on in this series right here, you're gonna realize why I say that. But right now, it's just, this is what you get.
Feelings everywhere like there isn't no gravity. Finna write this on your tombstone. Nigga, you's a sellout, 100 on your head. Too late for you to get out. You working for the Fed, doing good and bad on my own. Write this on your tombstone.
I'm not gonna lie, okay? This is gonna sound horrible, but at the time, I was down bad. I wanted vengeance. So that was my nice way of saying it. You sell out, 100 on your head. Too late for you to get out. You working for the Fed. That's like working for the Feds. I mean, yeah, but no. Right now, at least. Because, you know what I'm saying? But finna write this on your tombstone. I think that's self-explanatory.
I told you that I was the light of the star. You laughing in my face is finna take me real far. You a splitting image twin of your daddy, your mom. You wish you ain't take it this far.
Okay, so with that one, that just explains, like, yeah, I told him I was the light. I told him I was the one. I'm the star on the family tree. And he laughed in my face. And I remember him telling me back in the day, that his biggest fear was to become his dad or his mom. and it just so happened that he became the spitting image of them too. So
ain't thinking I was gonna cry, but that shit really hurt. Have an hourglass with sand, now it's filled with dirt. Took the core out of my heart, now I see my worth. You lucky I don't send your ass into the earth.
So I said, ain't thinking I was gonna cry, but that shit really hurt. I just got done crying when I recorded that part. I just got done crying because, like, I was just like, damn, ain't thinking I was gonna cry, but that shit really hurt. And that was like, this song is probably this is probably gonna be the most uneventful one. Like, there's not many bars. It's just all straightforward. This is the one time I actually had a song was straightforward with. Everything else was like, I never stayed on the same topic. It was always bouncing around and stuff like that. But this one, I was in my bag, and that was what I wanted to talk about at the time, so that's what I talked about. Then I said, had an hourglass with sand, that was filled with dirt. With sand, an hourglass takes an hour for the sand to get down. If you put dirt instead of sand, it's not going anywhere. So I felt like, ain't thinking I was gonna cry, but that shit really hurt. I had an hourglass with sand, that was filled with dirt, because I thought that time was gonna, eventually it's gonna end, but I didn't think it was gonna freeze at the time. I didn't think it was gonna freeze. With that person, you know what I'm saying? Because he cut off at that moment, whenever he done that and said what he said, I cut it off. I cut off all attachment. So, like, there's times where I get a text. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I get a text. I'm not gonna lie. I just look at it and just shrug my shoulders and be like, bro, if I was still back at home doing the same shit I was doing, you would not be texting me. The fact that I'm doing so well now, you want to check up on me, but when I was down bad, you didn't care. And, like, that fake love thing is a real thing. Fake love is such a real thing.
Have an hourglass with sand, now it's filled with dirt. Took the core out of my heart, now I see my worth. You lucky I don't send your ass into the earth. Now we forcing all the love. Got me looking at the Father up above. In the name of Jesus, Father, help me out. You don't.
Now we forcing all the love. He said that. He said he was being forced to love me. So that's pretty much what I said. Now we forcing all the love. It was more like a question. Then I'm saying, I'm looking at the Father up above. In the name of Jesus, Father, help me up. At the time, that was all I could say. Like, I was literally, like, breaking down, crying, making this song. Like, I was, like, in tears making this song. Yelling. I don't, you probably can't hear it because I mixed it. But if you pay attention, you can hear that I'm yelling. I'm yelling because that's all I was able to do. And that's where I always say emotion is everything. Emotion carries a song, whether it's confidence or if it's sadness, depression, anger. And in this specific song, it was sadness and anger. Like, I was very angry.
I got the love, yeah. I'm feeling separated. Wanna kick me out the house without no hesitation. Got the same old energy like segregation, but it's black on black crime. You the white folk, nigga, I'm still doing the time.
So segregation, I felt like he thought he was better than me because that's all he could do is feel or think that he was better than me, right? Because I was actually the one that was standing up for myself. I was being a man, but not the man he taught me to be. That's why it was like segregation. That's deep. I guess you can think about that how you want to. Have a conversation with me in real life about that one.
Gas, then I'll buckle up. I'm looking in the mirror like I'm one-on-one. And this one is on sight, you better knuckle up. If it's something stuck, then you know. Writing cursive on your tombstone. Nigga, you's a sellout. 100 on your head. Too late for you to get out. You working for the Fed. Doing good and bad on my own. Write this on your tombstone.
And that's that. Yeah, this was a very emotional song. I mean, you can't really see the emotion on my face now. It's kind of, like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry on camera. This is just me being transparent. Honestly, like, I don't expect people to care about it, but it's just it's something to post on my YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. If you care about what my music's about, this is the best way to find out. Unless you want to just have a conversation. So obviously you see that the reason I made this was because I needed an outlet. And that's all this music thing is about. That's what I really want to hone in on. That's my purpose of doing this. Like, the purpose of me making music as a whole. Like, people need outlets. Outlets are vital to the world. Outlets are vital to people that live in the world. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, alcohol, all that. Like, bruh, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, like, I've been through a little bit. Just in a year. Only 1 year, and I've been through a lot. But I caught myself before I spiraled down a bad road. And that's what I'm trying to do for people. I want people to know that. You ain't got to do all that. But I don't want to do it in a corny sense, like, yeah, bro, don't do drugs, bro. It's okay, bro. It's all going to be all right. Because I'm not going to tell you it's all going to be all right. Trust me, this shit is hard. Every fucking day. Hard. You're going to need some type of motivation to get up. And people say people are always going to say, oh, you got to get up when you don't have no motivation. The thing is, motivation is not just a feeling. It's something you look at whenever you need that motherfucker. Feel me? Whenever you need it. Like, my motivation is my family. Like, man, every time I wake up in my room, I see Doggy. For me, that's my motivation, is my family. I want them to see what I see, because I'm seeing a lot. I want them to see what I see, and I'm not even where I want to be at. This is what I'm doing is just temporary. This music is what I'm doing for the rest of my life, whether I get somewhere or not, because this is what keeps me going. That's all. I don't want to go and keep talking about the same stuff over and over again. I can spread it out into different videos. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. All my links are in my bio in every social media. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Click my link. It's in my bio everywhere. Like I hate to say, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? I hate saying that, but I got to. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, if you like what you see, there's more where that came from. I'm out of there.